Howdy. Today is Monday and we have a chest and tricep day. Might also do some shoulders in there, but I don't have to rush by any means, but I don't have time just to dilly-dally a whole lot. So, we'll figure it out when we get to the gym. But definitely doing some incline benching of some sort. I don't know if that's going to consist of Smith machine or hold on, I gotta get my shoes all right, the little tongue, or if that's going to consist of Smith machine or just barbell bench. So I don't know, we're going to figure that out. But also triceps are going to consist of obviously easy bar push downs. Got a hair in my mouth. That was disgusting. That was a big hair too. Don't know where that came from. But yeah, I don't really know, too much towards what I'm gonna do. But so I was having some little complications last night. Turned out to be a good night. I didn't just went through some things yesterday. What was that guy looking at? The things which I was, talking about yesterday. The gym could be definitely used as a healthy coping mechanism, right? There's bad and there's healthy ones. The bad ones are obviously like drugs, corn. I'm not going to say the full name because I don't think YouTube allows it. I've never heard anybody say the full name with a P. There's like food and all other sorts of things, right? And healthy coping mechanisms are spending more time with your friends, being at the gym, getting closer with God, reading the Bible. So you need some healthy coping mechanisms that you definitely can run to, and because if you're desperate times or when you're just down in the dumps or whatever not, and you run to those bad coping mechanisms, that's not a good thing to do. That's actually probably really bad, man. I'm not gonna say probably, that is really bad, because it's just, you just don't get anywhere with life going to those. Because if anything, you're gonna backtrack and do a lot worse than if you were to have the healthy coping mechanisms. So what I always say to everybody, you need healthy coping mechanisms. I had a buddy who just he got really upset for a while and stuff, and was dealing with things, and all he would do, he didn't really do much. He would just stay in his bed. Sure, you're not doing much, right? But that stagnantness, I think that's the word, just the really stillness of not doing anything and just sitting with your thoughts, that's not healthy either, man. That's not good, right? You need positive thinking as well. So, But the whole point of this is, what I'm trying to say is, you need healthy coping mechanisms, and the gym is definitely one of those things. That's one of mine. You get to push out all that anger, whatever not. So, I'm not the most educated on mental health and anxiety and everything. I'm learning more and more. But I can definitely say that moving your body is going to be one of the best things you could do for yourself. No doubt, right? A person who's going to be moving and active compared to someone who's not moving and is inactive, the active person probably is more likely going to be happier in life. That's not to say that the active guy is going to be the happiest person ever. No, by no means that, no. But I can say, if you give patient A the same problems as patient B, and patient A is the guy who moves, is active and all that kind of stuff, and patient B, the one who isn't active, patient B is probably going to be way more depressed, right? Because at least, with being active, it's like you have something to distract yourself with, If you have no healthy distractions, everything will get to you more likely than not. So that's why I say keep moving, people. But I don't really have much more to say. Let's get into the gym. Alright, so first movement of the day, we got a little compound thing. Hits front delts, upper chest, and triceps all in one. So we're just going to be hitting some incline bench press on the Smith machine. we're going to be training around the 7 rep range. I did 2 sets of this today. Or, never mind, I did 3, my bad. Go slow on the way down, explode on the way up. And in a weird way, try to, like, at the top, don't actually do it, but try to, like, push your hands towards each other, if that makes sense. That's how you get the best version of the squeeze. Let's just go to failure and do some partials at the end. Next movement we got is another upper chest movement. This one's going to be a fly. Make sure you're trying to touch your elbows together. Make sure your breathing is really good. And go slow on the way down. And go control on the way up. I trained around I think I did 8 reps. I did 2 sets today. And have a deep stretch at the bottom. So what I mean by that, what helps me is thinking of a big chest. So puff your chest up and out when you do it. Have a little arch to your back when you're doing this movement. Now we just got some decline press. I thought I could train heavier in this, but this machine's actually pretty heavy, this specific like brand or whatever. So I trained moderately light for this. Just got a really good squeeze at the top. I did around 8 to 9 reps doing 2 sets, slowing the way back, exploding the way up, and get a great squeeze and a good stretch at the bottom. Now we got triceps. So first starting off, we're just doing some easy bar push downs, 3 sets. First set, I trained super heavy, going around the 6 rep range, and then the other one's around 6 to 8 reps. And just make sure you're keeping your elbows in, going slow on the way up, and exploding on the way down. And when you're at the top part of the movement, you'll kind of see I kind of go up a little bit more, and that way just get a better stretch on the top, just like that. Now we just got some overhead dumbbell extensions. This way it's just a different variation instead of like an easy bar. But keep your elbows in and kind of twist your hands at the top to get a better tricep squeeze at the top. Go slow on the way down. Train moderately in the middle. Weight-wise, I trained 35s today. So train around the 5 to 10 rep range for these, and I did 2 sets today. And we're in the part where everything is rocky, so I'm going to hold you real quick. Don't worry, I got you. But, alright, well, I'll say it as soon as I'm out of this stupid parking lot. Okay. It's not that rocky. Okay, there it is. Okay. So, what I wanted to talk about is, do not give up. By any means, right? And that means through life, through your sets, whatever it is. Keep pushing through it, right? You could sit around and, not do anything, or you could face your issues, right? 9 times out of 10, you're going to be feeling a lot better if you face your issues. Whether that be externally issues, or if they're physical issues, mental issues, whatever the case may be. Gym issues such as you need to get out of a plateau. Today, I plateaued, right? It just wasn't a good, strength day at all. And it's been like that. And I think just not being able to get the proper carbs in or hydrate fully. And I haven't been, super lackluster in my diet or anything, but I have been slacking a little bit. Just with, just with like, it's not anything that's like killing me or killing my gains by any means, no, but it's like just things that I need to do better in order to keep progressing in the gym. And that goes for everyone. If you're not doing what you need to do properly, then you're probably not going to get the results that you want, right? That's just simple. That's like, it doesn't take much mathematics or calculations to understand that. It doesn't take a rocket science understanding of the more you put in, the more you're going to go. Such as, when it comes to, I don't know, when it comes to just doing this stuff, but, just keep pushing, guys. That's all I can really say. I don't know what to talk about right now, so sorry about like the shorter videos right now, and I'll have more stuff to talk about. I'm just having some brain fog right now, but I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the video. Bye bye.